Okay, I'm officially an investor. I have my $500 in the backpack. But now my feed is just people arguing about which investing app is actually the best.
The broker wars. It's probably the loudest debate in Canadian finance right now, especially since the rules just changed.
I just don't want to wake up one day and realize I've been quietly losing a lot of money to fees I didn't understand. Is there a best one?
There's no single best for everyone, but there is a cheapest option depending on what you're doing. One is amazing for Canadian simplicity, the other is unbeatable for large US trades.
Today, we're ending the confusion. We're breaking down the fees, the hidden currency costs, and exactly which one helps you keep more of your money.
This isn't a sponsored ad. We're just nerding out on the fees so you don't have to. Quick note before we get into it. This video is for education and personal experience only. We're not financial advisors, and this isn't personalized financial advice.
Always do your own research and make decisions based on your own situation.
Let's start with the easy part, investing in Canada.
When I bought my first ETF in the last video, I used Wealthsimple and it didn't cost a cent. Does Questrade charge for that?
In 2026, both are officially $0 commission for Canadian stocks and ETFs. But there is a tiny catch on the Questrade side called ECN Fees.
EC what? Is that a hidden fee?
Think of them as pennies for the market. They are tiny fees, about $0.0035 per share, charged by the stock exchange itself if your order is filled immediately.
Wait, so if I buy 100 shares, Questrade charges me 35 cents?
Exactly. Wealthsimple pays that fee for you, so your balance is always a perfect $0. On Questrade, you might see a random 14-cent or 30-cent charge.
It's basically nothing, but it's good to know so I don't panic when I see it on my receipt. Okay, but what if I want to own the household names everyone knows, like Apple, Amazon, or Tesla? I know they're US companies, so I'm guessing there's a catch.
This is exactly where the platforms stop being equal. On Wealthsimple's basic plan, you cannot hold US dollars at all.
Wait, but I see people owning Apple on Wealthsimple all the time. Are you saying they don't actually own it?
Oh, they own the stock. You can hold the stock in your backpack forever. What you can't hold is the US cash.
I'm confused. Think of me as a beginner. If I sell my Apple stock, where does the money go?
Think of it like going on vacation. Wealthsimple lets you buy the souvenir, which is the stock, but they won't let you keep any leftover US cash in your wallet.
Wait, so the second I sell my souvenir, they take my US money away?
Exactly. The second you hit sell, Wealthsimple automatically converts that money back into Canadian dollars for you. And because they're doing the work, they charge you that 1.5% conversion fee.
Wait, but they already charged me 1.5% when I bought the stock.
Bingo. You pay at the exchange booth to buy it, and you're forced to pay at the exchange booth to sell it. Even if you wanted to keep that US cash to buy Amazon or Netflix right away, you can't. You have to pay the tax twice.
So if the stock price doesn't change at all, I've already lost 3% of my money just by clicking buy and sell.
That is the buy/sell trap. It's the hidden cost of convenience. It's why so many investors, including us, Feel like we're running uphill when using the basic plan for US stocks.
Okay, I'm officially annoyed. That 3% could have been another share. How does Questrade get around this?
Questrade is what we call a dual currency account. Remember the souvenir analogy? Questrade actually lets you keep the US cash in your wallet after you sell the souvenir.
Wait, so if I sell Apple, the money stays as US dollars?
Exactly. You can use that same US cash to buy Amazon or Tesla 5 minutes later, and you pay zero conversion fees.
Okay, that's already a huge ring. But how do I get the money into the US wallet without paying that first 1.5% fee?
That's where the Gambit comes in. Norbert's Gambit. Instead of paying a percentage based fee to the exchange booth, you buy a specific ETF, usually one called DLR in Canadian dollars. Then you ask Questrade to journal it, which basically means teleporting it to the US side.
Teleporting? Does it happen instantly?
Not quite. It takes a few business days to process, but the cost is a flat fee, usually around $10 or $11 total.
Wait, whether I'm converting $1,000 or $100,000, it's only $11?
Exactly. And that's the key thing people miss. The fee doesn't change based on how much you convert.
Okay, but let's be real. Most beginners aren't moving big money yet.
True, most people start small, maybe a few hundred or a few $1,000s at a time, but the rule is the same no matter the amount.
So, just to understand the math, if I move $5,000 to buy US stocks, Wealthsimple would take about $75, but Questrade would still be around $11?
Exactly. And you don't just feel that difference once, you feel it every time you move money.
Oh, so it's not about today.
Right. It's about the future version of you. If you're slowly building a US portfolio over 5 to 10 years, those small fees quietly add up.
Question. I'm sure people are gonna ask this. Did you try other platforms too?
Yes, I opened accounts with Moomoo and Interactive Brokers Canada as well.
And were they cheaper?
Sometimes, but they are built for professional traders. The apps are full of blinking lights, advanced charts, and buttons that could accidentally leverage your money if you don't know what you're doing.
So, too scary for a beginner?
For now, yes. For most Canadians just starting their first backpack, Wealthsimple and Questrade are the Goldilocks zone. Not too complex, but enough power.
Okay, give it to me straight. Who should the person watching this pick?
Pick Wealthsimple if you're investing small amounts, $50 to $500 at a time. You want the simplest possible app that feels like Instagram. You're mostly buying Canadian ETFs, the haystack. You want a true $0 experience with no ECN fees.
That's me right now. I just want to set it and forget it.
And pick Questrade if you have a large lump sum to invest, $5,000 plus. You plan to buy US stocks like Apple or Nvidia regularly. You want to use Norbert's Gambit to save hundreds on conversion. You want to minimize fees over your entire lifetime.
Wait, before we go, let's make sure I actually got this. Can we do a quick recap so I don't forget the math?
Let's do it. The 30-second cheat sheet. 1. Canadian stocks. It's a tie. Both are $0 commission. 2. The hidden fee. Wealthsimple is a pure $0. Questrade has tiny pennies called ECN fees. 3. The US trap. Wealthsimple charges 1.5% to buy and 1.5% to sell. You can't hold US cash. 4. The secret move. Questrade lets you hold USD and use Norbert's Gambit for a flat $10 fee.
And the most important lesson? You don't have to choose just one.
Exactly. I use both. Wealthsimple for my easy Canadian set it and forget it stuff, and Questrade for my serious US stock purchases.
Right tool for the right job.
One last thing. Now that you've picked an app and opened your backpack, you're going to see the market go up and down.
Yeah, actually, I checked my app today and the screen was red. And I'm a little stressed.
That's the fear phase. Every new investor goes through it.
If that feeling is new to you, go watch our last video first.
That's where we explain the backpack and how investing actually works.
So, what's next?
Next, we're talking about something much calmer. How much you should actually invest each month without stress.
Okay, that sounds way better.
See you in the next one.